Welcome back to Nightly Nonsense, where we make some sense out of the nonsense. Last night left you asking, who's filling your goblet, right? Again, do you have the heart of God? Is God filling your goblet so you can love and take care of people? When that's not happening, then God says, I'm going to seal things up, right? I'm going to warn you, and then I'm going to seal things up. Look at verse 14 with me in Isaiah chapter 29. It says this, therefore, behold, I will again do wonderful things with this people, with wonder upon wonder. And the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the discernment of their discerning men shall be hidden. Again, this whole idea of wonder doesn't necessarily mean good things, right? This means things that make you go, huh? Right? The things that make you go, whoa, wait, hold on. This could only happen from God, right? This has to be a God thing. I've heard example after example of that today, just down here for a few minutes, down at the Epicenter, as we're talking to people, just example after example of people going, man, it could only be a God thing. So God says, listen, here's the deal. I'm going to seal things up, right? Judgment's coming, wrath's coming. We've talked about that a lot down here at Drash Ministries. And then the next verse says, here's why you're just not paying attention, right? Your heart, you're not trying to be like me, right? You're just giving me lip service. So therefore, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to do things that are going to make you go, huh? Now, listen, there are lots of things in our lives that make us go, huh? One of the questions I've been asking lately around here, one of the things that's been happening has been saying to people, how do you know when bad things happen to people, whether it's God doing this or whether it's God allowing people to be persecuted? We all want to think that we're Job, but what happens when it's this? We've just been telling God no after no after no, and God says, you don't have my heart, Andy. You don't have my heart in this matter, so I'm going to turn you over to what you're worshiping. You want to serve finances? You want to serve money? Then go ahead, but money's going to have to save you. You want to serve people? Go ahead, but people are going to have to save you, right? And again, this is a story that's in the midst of this king saying to the Israelites, hey, God sent me here to do this, right? So you're not going to get out of this, right? This is a God-ordained thing, which is what God says. Yep, I did it, right? We've talked about that last week, right? What happens when God says, yeah, yep, I did it, right? So we're looking at this, and God says something very clearly. Right? Not only am I going to seal things up, but those who are discerning aren't going to be able to discern. And those who have wisdom, they're not going to be around either. Right? I'm going to shut up a whole bunch of access to things. Right? I'm going to close things down. This is God. You can see him putting his hands on this and going, yep, we're done. We're done with this whole thing. Right? This is a scary thing because, again, I prefaced this with a couple weeks ago with saying, God did it. Yes, he did it. He did it. He did it. And he did it again. God would do this. If he's going to shut up an ark on people, he's going to do this kind of stuff when he says he's going to do it. So again, we're going around and around, but you see that. You see that in our culture today. Right? Examples of wise people being shut up. They don't know what to do with these things. We're starting to see wonders, right? A lot of talk about volcanoes, a lot of talk about earthquakes, a lot of talk about pestilence, a lot of talk about plague, a lot of talk about wars and rumors of wars. These are all the things that God said, yep, they're going to happen, right? We're seeing God allowing things to happen, things that are making us wonder about what's going on. So, are you wondering, right, about what's happening in your life? Because if you are, maybe you need to look at this verse a little bit differently. Maybe you need to ask God, hey, what's going on? What am I doing in life? What do I need to do in life? How do I need to fix this? Because I don't want to be in a place where I'm wondering at what you're doing in a bad way. I just can't get the wisdom I need from people. Nobody can tell me what's going on. You might be smack dab in chapter 29 of Isaiah, verse 14. So here's what I want to chew on. Are you wondering tonight? at what God is doing. Hey, we're coming back tomorrow night. Wrap this all up with another Nightly Nonsense. See you then.